Okay, so today I'm in my hometown to shoot my first roll of film of 2026, and also this is the first video where I shoot entirely on film on this channel. I'm kind of scared, to be honest, because I'm not like super skilled in film photography. I'm always worried about missing a shot or underexposing the film or stuff like that. So I'm kind of nervous. It will be a nice challenge. And for this first video, I have 3 limitations I set myself. So the first one, it's the time, because winter light is not always good. So I decided to shoot at golden hour. And that means I will have basically around 2 hours of light to shoot today, plus a bit of extra light during blue hour. So to shoot just in 3 hours max, that's a kind of a challenge for me. And the second limitation, I will have just one roll. It will be a Portra 400, not because I want to exaggerate with the challenges, but just because film is expensive and I don't want to spend a lot of money yet, at least, on film. And just to give you a rough idea of how much it will cost, we have like 20 euro for a single roll, plus 12 euro or 15 euro more or less between development and scanning, and plus eventually the shipping costs. So for just one roll, we are talking about more than 30 euro. And I mean, it's money. So I will have just this roll. It's a good roll. I think it works perfectly for golden hour and blue hour. So it will be fun, but I just have 36 shots. So it's not like shooting 400 photos in a couple of hours. And the third and last limitation that I'm putting myself is I'm going to shoot everything with the 28mm. This is my favorite focal length. Yeah, I just have 2 hours, 3 hours, so I don't have time to switch lenses and, so adding one lens that you're comfortable with. In my case, this a wide lens that helps me to shoot whatever I want, from wide shots to people. I can even shoot some portraits if needed. So this will be my go-to lens for today. And yeah, it's time to load the film. Okay, so first shot, I want to portray this scene. I'm always a bit confused about which one is the first shot, so I will take 2 just in case, because probably the first one would be half a frame.
Okay, so this is the first shot of this year, and I have to say it isn't bad at all. I really like the colors of the structure with the teal and yellow part, but also the red details of the cards. And I overexposed the image by 1 stop, just to give a little bit of extra details in the shadow parts.
So I was mentioning about the challenge of having one single roll of film to shoot with. And of course, in ideal conditions, I won't set myself these kind of restrictions, because who wants to just shoot 36 photos? But money are real, and I have to adapt myself to whatever the conditions are. That put me in a very interesting situations, because I need to decide if one frame deserves to be shot, understanding which situation is more interesting than another one. That's a good challenge, and I think it will help me to grow as a photographer as well. And lastly, having just 36 shots forced me to slow down and think more about the composition, so it's not like just pure street style run and gun. It will be more chilled and relaxing.
For this second shot, I really like how the leading lines guide the eye to the central building. And just for reference, I exposed for the steps, just to avoid to lose any details in the shadows. So this shot, it's kind of okay, I have to say. I think the 2 cars are somehow distracting from the main subject that was supposed to be the church. But in general, I think it's a nice image, and yeah, I really love the colors. Here I probably underexposed the film. I exposed for the white part of this building with the intention to create a bit of contrast between the brightest part and the darkest part in the bottom. But yeah, as you can see, there are some green and muddy shadows, which I don't really like, honestly. But yeah, I mean, it's fine. And here instead I think I have overexposed the image, but after all it's pretty fine. I like there are some textures in the sky which makes the image a little bit more interesting. This one was a bit tricky, to be honest, because I wasn't sure how to expose properly this shot. So I exposed for the brightest part of the door. I don't really like how the barrel distortion of the lens is affecting this image. Reason why I corrected it, of course, in Lightroom. But yeah, since I decided to use borders for this video, I share both of them.
Another struggle that I'm having is darker spots. So basically now I'm in Bergamo Alta, which means having narrow streets and dark areas alternating with brighter areas. So with a Portra 400, it's kind of okay in most situations, but sometimes I find myself shooting at 1/60 of a second, and that's kind of challenging. Oh, by the way, this is a good view.
In this image, I had the same problem as the door before. I exposed for the plaster because my goal was to have enough details in the darker area, but also lose any details in the sky. And yeah, I lost details in the sky, but at least it's well exposed. But again, I don't really like how the image is not perfectly tilted, so I corrected it and yeah, I lost the borders.
So I just mentioned about taking notes of each shot that I'm taking. I found a useful tool online, which I'm using right now, because it's super cool, honestly. I found it on Instagram by a guy named Gabriel Choo, or Cho. I don't know how to spell it. Anyway, he created these shortcuts for the iPhone. There are two shortcuts in particular. The first one allows you to automatically load a new roll of film into your note app, and the second one allows you to take record of each shot that you're taking. So you can put down all the settings that you're using, a description of the shot that you're taking, and it's quite helpful, at least for me, to take notes of what I'm shooting, to remember what I was thinking when I took a particular shot, and all these kind of things that, I don't know, since I don't have metadata of my photos, manually noting everything, it's kind of useful. I wish I could do it on paper, honestly, but doing it with the iPhone is just more useful and more practical and more faster, of course.
Well, this is just a Mercedes Class G, and yeah, I mean, I love it. Okay, here this shot, it was super tricky because the light was going down pretty fast and I wasn't sure how much overexposed the image. So I somehow got an overexposed and underexposed photo, but at least it's well balanced, I guess. So this is probably my favorite shot of the day, And the reason why it's because the building on the right is super well lit, well composed, and it makes a nice contrast with the reflected building on the left, which is a little bit darker because it was in the darker side of the plaza. So yeah, I think the contrast between the two is pretty nice, but probably I should have composed the image a little bit better to make it more balanced. And these are the last photos of the day. The sun was going down pretty fast and wasn't easy to shoot handle.
Okay, so I shot 20 photos so far. Honestly, I was expecting to shoot more, but considering I'm shooting with Portra 400 without a tripod in just 2 hours more or less, that's what I got, honestly. I don't want to waste photos for nothing, so I will finish the roll in a second moment. Anyway, let me know if you have any suggestion on how to get better at shooting film, because I'm still learning and I still need to understand a lot of things, so any insight will be super helpful. Anyway, yeah, see you in the next video. Bye.
Of course, a few days after I finished the roll. This is my first time shooting in the snow, and yeah, I think I managed the exposure pretty well.